Yes, we have a question here under Raphson numerical method. That is, the question states, given that xn is an approximation to the root of the equation x cubed plus 3x squared minus 5 is equal to 0, use the Raphson method to show that xn plus 1 is equals to 2xn cubic plus 3xn squared plus 5 all over 3xn squared plus 6xn. Hence, by taking x naught to be 1.4, determine the root of the equation correct to 4 decimal places, and you can see it is 11 marks. Now under solution have solution. This is question under Raphson method. And under Raphson method, you have a general formula: xn plus 1 is equals to xn minus fxn all over f prime xn. That is the general formula for Raphson method. Now we are required to find fxn and fx prime. Then you substitute in the formula, we simplify further. So you have fxn, f function of xn is equals to the previous equation. This is the equation now: x raised to 3 plus 3x squared minus 5. That is f function of xn. And what about f prime xn? So f prime, it means you differentiate fxn. So it means we differentiate this equation, this expression I mean. So when we differentiate, we normally take a power, multiply by the coefficient, less the power by 1. Again here we'll take a power, multiply by the coefficient, you less the power by 1. Then the constant will be now 0. So when you differentiate this equation, you will get that it is 3 by 1 is 3x, 3 minus 1, 2, plus, what about this one? 3 by the coefficient of x is 6, then x raised to 2 minus 1 is x raised to 1, which is the same as x, 6x. Then xn, we substitute this one within the formula, the general formula. This was the general formula. So xn plus 1 is equals to xn minus, we substitute f function of xn is x cubic n plus 3xn squared minus 5 all over this one 3x squared plus 6xn. You can just insert xn here, xn. Now when we simplify out, we want to simplify out is equals to the LCM, the general LCM is this one. So we take this one all over 1. The LCM of this one is 3x squared n plus 6xn. So we take 1 goes here, how many times? These times. So we take this one by the numerator, so it will be xn 3xn squared plus 6xn. Then we are done. What about this one? This 3x squared n plus 6xn goes here, how many times? It's 1, negative 1, following this sign. Then multiply by the numerator, it will be x cubic n plus 3xn squared. So it is xn cubic plus 3xn squared minus 5. So that is. So we continue, we simplify out this one. So we open the bracket. When we open the bracket, it will be, we multiply xn by this one to be 3xn cubic plus, again, when you multiply xn by 6xn, it will be 6xn squared. So it will be 3xn cubic plus 6xn squared. Then negative 1 multiplied by this, it will be negative xn cubic. Then this negative will interfere with this positive. Again, this negative will interfere with this negative. Negative, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. So it will be minus 3xn plus 5 all over the general LCM, which is the denominator xn squared plus 6xn. Good. Now we have to simplify further. We collect the like terms. We have 3xn cubic minus xn cubic. It means we have 2. It will be 2xn cubic. Then what about 6xn squared minus 3xn? Minus, it is 6. It is 6xn. This is squared. Sorry, it was squared. 6xn squared minus 3xn squared. We have plus 3xn squared. Then we have 5 plus 5. This one out, this one out. So you have all over the general denominator, which is xn squared plus 6xn. Xn plus 1 is equal to that, and it is proved. It is proved from the equation xn is equal to this one. Now it is proved. Now, hence, by taking x naught to be 1.4, determine the root of the equation correct to 4 decimal places. So you have to determine the root of the equation, to 4 decimal places. So we start by this x naught to be 1.4. Now x naught to be 1.4, we take 1.4, we substitute within the proved equation or the expression to get x1. Now we substitute this 1.4 within in place of xn here within the equation, the proved equation or expression. So you have, when you prove, we substitute 1.4 within the numerator, it will be is equals to 16.368, and again when you substitute 1.4 in place of xn in denominator, it will be now 14.28. When you divide, it will be 1.14622. Again, I'm using to 5 decimal places for accuracy because the question demands correct to 4 decimal places, so I'm using to 5 decimal places for accuracy purpose. So we go for x2. Again we substitute this one x1 within the expression in place of xn. So it will be xn x2 is equals to, when you substitute this one within the numerator, it will be 11.9533. Denominator, when you substitute this one within this, the denominator will be 10.8188. So when you divide it out, it will be 1.104866. Then you go to x3. We have, when you substitute again this one within the expression, the numerator will be 11.3597 all over. When you substitute this one within the equation, the denominator, it will be 10.2903. When you divide it out here, it will be 1.10392. Confirm. So again, for you to get x4, we use this one, we substitute within the expression to get x4. Now when you substitute this one within the expression or the proved equation or the expression, we substitute this one in place of xn. So again, when you substitute the numerator within the numerator, the numerator will be 11.3465. Again, the denominator, when you substitute this one within the denominator, will be 10.2794, sorry, is equals to, when you divide now, it will be 1.10381. And now for you to get x5 is equals to, again substitute this one. For me, I'm using to 5 decimal places, 1 2 3 4 5. Now let us substitute this one within the expression in place of xn. Let us substitute. The numerator will be, when you substitute this one within this one, the numerator will be 11.3449 all over. When you substitute this one within the denominator, it will be 10.2780. So the answer, when you divide it out, it will be 1.10379. And you can see this is to 5 decimal places and this is to 5 decimal places, 1 2 3 4 5. And the question demands us to 4 decimal places. So you compare this one and this one. You can see this is 1.10381. And what about this one? 1.10379. So when you round off this one, it will be 8 because it is greater than 5. And when you round off this one, it will just be 8. So the answer now, answer x5 is equals to 1.138. This is your answer.